All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is for Mr. Jonathan. Had spoken to you, told you that I was going to go ahead and break down the footage for you against you going to Bel Air, class of 2022, by the way. But your game against Mr. Charles, number 24, and his team, where it was a really good game. Came all the way down to the wire and everything like that. But let's go ahead and break down a couple little things on here. Starting off with the first one is boxing out, right? And this one's kind of like a two in one. So one, boxing out, but then two, you see how you're allowing him a free lane to just go on in and do his thing. So we want to make sure that we get that forearm up in there, right? Get that forearm, just kind of stay in between him and everything like that. You see how number 32 right here, for example, right? How he's kind of still right around. That's more or less what you're wanting to do. I forgot what it is that some coaches, but they call it kind of like a tag and go, where you want to tag your man and then go on in for the rebound. Let's go on talk about the next part. Actually, before I go on to the next part is boxing out right here, right? So he has gotten in, so on and so forth, but you want to go ahead and get in between him. Now, you don't have to do like a perfect box out, but kind of like what 24 does right down here. Just like that. Just kind of shade him out, get him away from the opportunity to get the ball really easily. All right, let's go ahead and watch this one. Great finish, by the way. So, on this one, anytime that we're running the floor rate, we want to make sure that we're going into those driving lanes, so on and so forth. And the biggest thing that you did here is you didn't just go right up the middle like a normal or anything like that. You recognize that your best bet is going to be to get in front of this man and actually create a passing lane, right? So you were able to create a passing lane here. Good job. And then you instantly went into what I noticed all game, which is just instantly attack, right? That is the very first thing you want to be doing, especially when you got the defense isn't set up yet, right? So you're coming in here, and then probably one of my favorite things that I noticed about you doing all night is your eyes, where your eyes are the entire time. You're getting your head turned around and getting your eyes on your target. So good job there. All right, so on this one, we want to talk about going up strong, right? Now, I know you go up strong. I know that's something you do fairly often, right? So it's not like this is something that you do normally. But what a scout or a coach might think off of something like this is that you don't go up strong, right? So in a situation like this, I think it's a one-off. It's not that big of a deal. But we do want to minimize things like this happening when someone can just swing with one little arm, one little swing and get the ball out of there from us. So we want to do something like, I know you had seen the video with number 5 here actually going and protecting the ball, really cradling the ball. But other than that, I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, just don't make it a consistent habit, because when a scout or recruit ends up watching your full film, we don't want to show that we're weak. So this next clip right here was one I've kind of already shown it, right? But let's go ahead and break it down. So right off the bat, the very first thing that you do, you recognize that there's a screen coming, right? So you're watching the ball, but you're not ball watching. And what I mean by that is your head is still turning, your eyes are turning, your head is on a swivel. You're still looking to see what's going on around you. You recognize he's coming in for the screen, so you make it to where it's not an easy, simple screen for him. Kind of take yourself out of the area, but then you initially, come back on defense, and this is a great closeout, by the way. And what I mean by that is you're not jumping, not that he's necessarily pump faking or anything like that, but you're coming in, you're showing, you're getting in your defensive breakdown, you're showing your arms up and everything like that to keep it from going to easy pass, or if he decides he wants to shoot. And then, of course, cookies. And then this is the part that I had said that we had already kind of broken down, but I'll talk about it again here. First off, this right here is what scouts and coaches want to see. Above all, right? I want to see defense to offense, defense to offense, defense to offense. Or, offense to defense, whatever the case is. I want to see both sides of the ball in one clip. And that's exactly what you do in this literal 10-second clip, is give them defense to offense, right? But just as importantly right here, what I was talking about, this is the initiating contact. This is the you going up strong. This is me telling you why I told you I'm not worried or concerned that you don't go up strong in a normal case. Look at that. And then, of course, look at your eyes. I mean, enough said, right? Great work. All right, let's move on to the next. Great Euro. Well done. Let's see where that second step is. Nice. You see that distance right there? Okay, so actually I'm going to try to clip this. I need to send this to Adi because this is one of the things that I was talking about when I was telling her about this. We want to make sure that we are covering distance. Like that is the purpose of that Euro. So great work right there. Good job. Get the ball high since the defender is low still. Coming up, your eyes got turned, but you didn't use the glass from the looks of it. Either way, right? Sometimes it just doesn't go in. Did you give up? Nope. You bounced right back up, and then instantly, look at that. Look at that hustle. Every single time. Keep hustling. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Don't stop. It's kind of like in football, right? Play through the whistle. Good work right there, and then right back up. Great defense right there. So this is exactly what you're going to be facing a lot, especially in the next level. You're going to have guys that are going to be ridiculously athletic, that are going to be long, and that are going to be able to get their hands up and everything like that, and not necessarily foul you, right? Not a lot of high school foul type things. So he does a good job of just getting in your way and so on and so forth. So, but great work, great hustle. All right, quick note here about closing out. I think you did a great job. It's the what you do afterward that it seems to happen a lot with kids, but it's something we want to avoid, right? So you do a good job at coming in here and, you know, closing out and everything like that. I don't like that you got off the ground, but it wasn't to the point where you were completely out of the play. What I have the issue with is what you do here, where you just kind of like step to the side. This one ends up going on, so it's not as big of a deal. But what I would want for you to get in the habit of is right after you close out, if you recognize that that shot is gone, put yourself in a position where you're between the guy you're defending and the basket, right? We want to minimize the opportunity of guys that can rebound the ball in the event that that becomes a live ball. So this one's kind of like rule talk, right? We're going to talk about a rule that happened that kind of, in this event, it went against you and everything like that. And it really sucks. But yeah, in high school, you're not going to have that protection that you see in the NBA, where in the NBA, they're like, oh, he was inside the penalty. So, you know, that's not the case in high school. All they're looking for in high school is the defender getting there before you, are both of his feet set, and do you make contact with the front of his torso. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the direct front. He has to be showing you the front of his torso, right? And his feet are set. So that's a ruling of you being out of control, like not having control and so on and so forth. So it does suck, but I think it's a great job on his part. I also could have seen it just not being called, the ref not being sure, because he doesn't have full vision of it, but I agree with this call. Now, one thing I will say, I get it. It's okay if you get a little frustrated. And I think you do it here, if I'm not mistaken. You literally go right back into the play. Like, okay, well, one against me. And that's kind of the mentality that we want, right? We don't want you constantly worried about, oh, well, what happened there, and so on and so forth. Oh, so this one. I already have it recording. This one, I love this play, man. This is one heck of a play. For both of y'all, really. But I noticed he definitely wanted to guard you a lot more. Because of the defense that it looks like they run, they tend to switch a lot. So great job on your coaching staff and then you as well, running off the screen and everything like that. Because obviously that gets the defender off of you. You get to somebody that you prefer to be on. You break them down, and then you do what you do. I mean, yeah. Look at that. This is one of the things that I was talking to one of the young guys in the program. Because he had asked me about, hey, well, you know, with fading, Kobe does it a lot, so on and so forth. And that's true, he does, but Kobe's also going against freaking giants, and then Kobe's Kobe, right? But what I love that you do here, you get that mid-range, and just straight up. Your feet are set, and you're exploding straight up. Great job. And then this right here is why I love this, man. His mentality. Like, if it was his choice, I guarantee he would just take you one-on-one right now. Now, let's get to it. So he gets the ball, and you already know what he wants to do. Right back at you. That's exactly what he wants. And that's kind of that mentality. And I think you're the same way, right? This is exactly what we want. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you scoring. This could be a situation where you're creating for your team and everything like that. But what you want to do is the minute that somebody feels that they did something good, that they're feeling good about themselves, you want to come back and either attack that exact player or do something to just kind of like, hey man, like calm the hell down. Like, good job. But we got this too. So just keep that in mind. Kind of like talking about mentality, right? All right, and this one I just wanted to point out your aggression, right? The level of aggression, the level of intensity that you tend to carry yourself with when you have the ball, which is really good, which is what I want. So I want you to go at him, right? Keep at it. Now, it doesn't work out in your favor because they're taking away your opportunity. Now, this is something I will say that you want to look into a little bit. Once you have your eyes up, I know that he's short and he's down there and everything like that, but it's just they're clogging up that lane for you. They're kind of taking it away from you, right? But good aggression either way. You went in, good job, straight up, and you got the call on that one. Good work. Keep that aggression going. All right, so I just talked about aggression, right? This is just you being you. And just great work there. The biggest thing is, so you're coming in, right, and you're prepared to attack. You're prepared to do something. This is almost like the perfect definition of what a triple threat is intended to be. You're coming in, you're turning with the intent to shoot. If a defender was right there, you're able to drive. Very nice, like right off the bat. And you take the foul too. Take the foul and then continue on. This is what I was talking about. Like, it's all right. They fouled you. Happens. Whatever. You got the bucket anyway, so it's like a win-win. It's a win-win because, yes, you got that basket. Doesn't matter they didn't call. He knows what just happened. He knows he fouled you, and you still hit that shot. I think I'm gonna end up making you my example for any time that I need to tell and explain to people. Just get their head turned around. Like, turn your head around, and get your eyes on the basket. Right. Get your eyes on your target. Because the amount of times that not only do you do it, but with the accuracy which would you do it. Look at that Euro again, starting outside, way out there actually this time. Great Euro. It's exactly what you want out of your Euro. And then look, you get there, and you're not exploding at an angle. This is what we were talking about, Elijah. You're not exploding at an angle. You're exploding straight up, right? Straight up, eyes are turned. You're still going to come a little bit here because your momentum's still going to carry you there, but you're exploding straight up. Your head's turned around. Perfect. Great execution. Good work. I love that. Good work. So I'm not sure if this one was a design play. If so, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure your coach saw it coming. That, and I think because your offense, the way that it looks to, is designed around you being aggressive, you attacking, that creates this. That literally, as long as you're doing a good job, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do within your offense, which in your case is to be the attack man, right? This can end up happening in the end. Watch this, man. Every time. Because he knows you're aggressive, because he knows you're going to drive. And then Mr. Charles just kind of gave you that lane, right? So you're going to take it, but you recognize what's going on. You know he's long enough. That's the one thing, and I want to talk to him about it too. Because of his athleticism, he's created a couple habits where he feels comfortable, like he can recover because he can, and it's scary that he does. But look, great read. You knew what was happening. Good job. Right on the money too. Remember how we talked about high school level fouls, right? This is one of them right here. Where your hand ends up hitting him and everything like that. So, great explosion, by the way. Look at that. Make sure, I know this is a foul. I don't know that I'd add it to your main highlights. But I would put it like toward the end of your highlights. Because, I mean, look at that explosion. Great job. And straight up, too. So you do everything right. Only difference is, remember how Mr. Charles kept his hand straight? You don't. You kind of bring it in. The purpose of this right here, especially against the taller guy, isn't to get that block. The purpose of it is to make his shot difficult to impossible, right? But great verticality. But yeah, just keep your hands straight up. Just go straight up. I just want to see that you're going to make it difficult to impossible for him. I don't need you blocking everything. You're not a 7-footer. I'm not expecting that from you. So this is one of the things that I'm becoming pretty critical of it here in the city of El Paso. I'm not seeing, and it doesn't have to happen all the time, right? Because not every offense is running screens and everything like that. But I'm not seeing enough of their point guard running screenplays. Because the next level, one of the things you want to see is that, right? You want to see, do you know how to make a read? Do you know what to do with the defense? Do you know how to set them up? So on and so forth. And you, because your expertise is attacking, you're doing what you're good at, right? Attack, get in there. You can tell you worked on that. the little release at the end, though, I don't know. It looks like you held it a little long. Here, let's watch it live. I think what it was is that arm. See, you see what I'm talking about, though? So he did what I was telling you that you should do, right? Just keep your hand up there. You don't need to block it. You just need to make it difficult, whether it's take his vision away, whatever the case is, make him hold it. Like he did to you, he made you hold it just a little longer. Look at that explosion, though. Look at that. Boom. Coach Jones, man. If you're watching this, look at that. That's another thing I've noticed with El Paso, right? That's how I know Coach Jones is a part of your workout. Not just with your ball handling skills, is that man really knows how to coach that, but them shoes. All right, so another thing that I always want you to do, because you're kind of given an opportunity to make a highlight, right? Or you're given an opportunity to put some film in. More importantly than a highlight is to put some film in. Anytime you have somebody that can't stay in front of you, that you've identified them that they can't stay in front of you, I love this right here. They're spreading everything out. I don't like that he's on the strong side. I would like for him to either slowly rotate or just kind of bring his man with and then seal him off, but that's a whole different thing. But check this out. This is what I want you to do every single time you have somebody that just can't quite stay in front of you. Now, if your coach, I believe this is your coach, if your coach ends up telling you otherwise, fuck what I said. I'm not your freaking coach. Right? This is his team. This is his goal is to win and everything like that. My goal is to try to get you scouted and recruited and everything like that. So listen to what it is that he wants done. But what I'm telling you is if he gives you free reign and you see somebody that can't stay in front of you, go after it. Go at them. But this is exactly what I'm talking about with a seal, right? A seal in this situation. And number 44 he's from Isleta Girls. I can't remember her name right now, but God, she does an amazing job for Adi. She does a hell of a job down there. Look at that. The fact that you still, look at that, you still get your head around. And I know you were going for a pass. Good work, though. All right, so this situation right here, I think is just because I don't know how high of level athletes you normally play against in basketball. Not just athletes, but just IQ, right? I don't know how often you go in against a guy that you feel is your equal or just as good or however you might feel about him. Reality is his skill is just as good as yours, right? So I think you fell asleep. Either that or you forgot that what players like yourself and him like to do is give yourself more opportunities, right? So don't fall asleep. Just taking a nap out there. But I love it though, look, watch. Like right back at that little bouncing and everything, like keep that going, man. Good stuff. Opportunities, man. Look at that. Give yourself an opportunity, right? Put yourself in a position to succeed. You're right there in a defensive stance. You're watching. You're looking. Okay, free ball. Jesus, man. Like we need to get a video of just you and your Euros. Look at that. The fact that you covered ground. Okay, so we went from here to here, right? This doesn't look like a lot in slow motion compared to how all the others that you did, but you are literally going full speed and change direction. Pooh. Love it. By the way, make sure that you're taking care of your body, man. Make sure that you're stretching after games and everything like that, because stuff like this It wears on your body and everything. So just make sure that you're staying after it. But great work right here. Also good foul. Smart foul. All right, so one thing no coach ever wants to see, or no scout ever wants to see, is free throws. I don't want to watch free throws. Like, I'll look at your numbers, I'll look at your stats to see what your free throws are. That, and honestly, if I just see you shoot 2-3 free throws, I know whether or not you know how to shoot free throws. But clutch moments is when it does matter, right? And actually, it might be a video. It might be a whole video ahead. But this reminds you of Dwayne Wade. I'm sure you've seen the highlight. And so many defenders like Dort and everything like that. Getting them cookies on those clutch moments. Getting them cookies. Getting them cookies. Defense to offense. There's so much good here, right? We got 54 seconds on the clock, tied game. Fourth quarter. One-on-one. Nobody else is out here. It's just you and the offensive player. Cookies. Good job. You went straight into attack. You tried to go up strong, but that was a smart foul. Good work. So it's a little early on the free throw thing, but watch. In fact, let's go into it right now. Oh, I didn't save him. But yeah, free throws. I ended up seeing that. We talked about it, right? You and me. We talked about your free throw. Actually, I think this was from your free throw right here. This rebound that ended up happening, and then the foul that happened, which in reality, it should have been a jump ball. But obviously, right, the ref can't see. This ref can only see you kind of like smacking at him. It's not his call to make anyway. But yeah. Other than that, man, how long do I got in this video so far? 22 minutes. All right, not too bad. I was trying to keep it under 30. Felt like I was rushing. I talk too damn much a lot of the time. But I want to thank you for your time, man. Keep at it. I know you're working with the program down here, that basketball program. Can't think of their name right now, but it's a heck of a program. You're doing a good job out there with Coach Jones, of course. He's always going to set you up for success as well. So keep at that. Your profile is looking good, like I had said. Just make sure that we're sprinkling some of these clips in there, so on and so forth, every now and then. And then since you're a senior right now, scouts and coaches can contact you. Are they going to? Hell no. If somebody has unless they're the big schools, there's no reason for any of them to have time to be calling anybody right now. It's the middle of the season. Their programs are built to try to win, not just to participate. So, but yeah, make sure that you're getting your profile up and everything like that, because as soon as their season's over, as soon as they have time, they're able to scout and talk to anybody that they want. That you're, since you're a senior. But if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or hit me up on Instagram. I hope this helps. If there's anything else in particular, any questions you run into because of this, if you yourself have more for film or clips you want me to go through, let me know. I'm going to try to see if I can schedule a time to come out there. I like watching you play. You did a great job. I wasn't even there for you, and you stuck out. And that Euro, I didn't even notice how good your Euro was until watching film. But, yeah. All right. Have a good one.